chord track. We see a lot of people, as they are working on particular pieces of music, when they initially come up with the idea of a song, often they may start off with like a drum beat, and then they'll just kind of add different chords. So we gave a new track classification here called a chord track. And as we work with this, let's say I have a drum beat going. Now I have like a Rhodes patch loaded up as kind of like a preview voice. So I'm going to come here and grab my pencil tool, and I'm just going to enter in some different chords here. I'll arrow back. So say, okay, I want to try out a chord progression. Okay, maybe I want this to be, we'll start with the D major. Then the next chord, let's do the cliche, go through the 4 chords. Let's do G chord. Let's say I want to end on maybe like an A7 chord. Let's say I don't know a good chord to actually get from the G to the A7 chord. What we could do is I double click here, and then we could click on the chord assistant. And this will actually do an analysis of the chord before and after. And you can have different levels of complexity. So you can say, oh, maybe an E minor chord would make sense. Now you can also take each chord here and switch like the different voicings. So you can say, okay, I want this to be now you can also have different voicings here. So let's say I wanted to have, okay, more piano voicings, but I wanted these to be simple, or if I wanted this to be like pop or more kind of altered jazz chording voicings, you could switch the voicings. Or say I want this to be more guitar voicings, and I want this to be just like simple triads. So you can just have everything kind of set up. Now what's great about this is I can take this to an existing track as well. So let's say I have some MIDI parts lined up, and we've probably all been into like a national chain that sells a lot of guitars, maybe a center of guitar, or hey, see? So when we want to, and a lot of times when I go in there, and I was in 3 of the stores today, there's always like some guy trying out a keyboard in the back. For hours and hours, and they say that they're auditioning the keyboard, and really kind of what they're doing often is trying to write a song before they get kicked out of the store. But now what we can do is we can actually tell certain tracks to follow the chords here. So let's say if I come here, we'll start off. I'm going to take this piece right here, and I'll go ahead and just put some chords in here. Say I want this to be G major. So now all my MIDI tracks, I can have follow the chord parts. Now let's say the next, I want it to be an E minor chord. And let's say let's make this a C major chord. This way, if you say, okay, I want this to be an E major chord instead, or I want this to be G minor starting off, all your MIDI will just automatically kind of update.
Is it actually changing the MIDI data?
Yeah, so if you watch right here, as I change the notes, so if I go to an A chord here, you'll see all the MIDI notes right there just change. To automatically just accommodate that.